Hashtag KKR mock auction presents Rijit Kundu, freelance cricket commentator with the KKR auction strategy for the mega auction, which is going to be held on February 12 and 13. Firstly, I would love to have my acknowledgement towards Venki Mysore, Shah Rukh Khan, and each and everyone who is behind this logic of giving us the opportunity for the mock auction. For to hear our opinions for KKR, how we can build a good team. So without much ado, I would love to get started, and here is what I want to explain about my opinion, my picks for KKR. Auction is not just about picking the big names, picking the big cricketers, but it also has a lot to do about the finance, about the budget you have. So firstly, I would love to deal with the budget. KKR has got one of the very fewest budgets ever. I think like among all the franchises, that is 48 crore the purse remain, which is also very much nearer or equal to Delhi Capitals, Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. So yes, they have got 4 players they have retained: Andre Russell, Venkatesh Iyer, Varun Chakraborty and Sunil Narayan. So apart from these 4, how we can go and we will unfold. But before that, I've got a budget plan, a budget strategy, and that I'm going to discuss in this short clip.
The purse remain of Kolkata Knight Riders is 48 crore, and from here we have divided it into 3 parts. Firstly, the budget plan A, and that is it will consist of 4 to 7 players, and the budget will be 30 crore plus minus 3 crore, means ranging from 27 crore to 33 crore, and that is plus minus for flexibility. And we will be going for the marquee players or the first priority cricketers, like which are the places, which are the particular players we really want them terribly, and the next is the budget B, and that is budget B, which consists of 10 crores, and that is players, number of players will be between 4 to 8 will be targeting, and this is role based of vital cogs. There are a few vital cogs, vital players, or mostly team, like everyone is a team member, but again we need a few role like a sole anchorer, or perhaps a good match finisher, perhaps a death over specialist, so therefore this is for them. Obviously these kind of roles can be given to the other budget players also, but these are more of an optional picks. And the lastly, it is 2.4 crore budget plan, that is a budget plan C, which will consist of from 6 to 11 players, or they can be like this is an approximation that has been done, and this consists of local and backup cricketers. Like here the base price of these cricketers will be really less, like around 20 lakhs or 40 lakhs. So these are the players we'll be targeting, so which will be consisting of basically a few IPL players, few domestic players, especially it will be uncapped players, as obviously. Now I will be taking you through the players which will be a part of the budget plan A as well as budget plan B, and we will be speaking about the budget plan C players at the end, so enjoy. So one must be wondering, that the summation of all these budgets makes 45.5 crore. So what is extra 2.5 crore? And that is really for flexibility again, because you never know if you need to invest a little more to get some players, to get a good bid. So that is a backup budget, 2.5 crores that can be used in any part for any players required.
Like the budget strategy, and now let's unfold. Just let's move on to the openers. Now we'll be talking about the openers, how you can strategize your team. So firstly, I think that Venkatesh Iyer is the man who should be opening probably, and KKR needs a captain. We'll come about the captain at the end. At the end, we'll speak about the captain, but before it's time to form the team. So we'll speak about who can be the wicketkeeper options for us, who actually can be the wicketkeeper options. So I think, and the other thing that I would love to tell is that I would also mention few local guys, few local talents as mentioned in the budget plan C, like as I mentioned about the 2.5 crore budget plan, where we will be targeting all local players or the backup players. So that is what I'm gonna explain at the end, and it will be followed by the captaincy picks. I personally, I was looking for a left and right hand combination. Therefore, I wanted either a Josh Butler or a Johnny Bairstow. These guys can keep for me obviously they can do the wicket keeping job for me, and they are also like some devastating batters. Johnny Bairstow, he can open the innings. We have seen in IPL several times what he has done for Sunrisers Hyderabad alongside David Warner. I was also looking for, and the other thing is that why not have David Warner, isn't it? But I'm very much sure that it won't be an easy thing, to back these guys, Johnny Bairstow or Josh Butler or a David Warner. David Warner can be a captaincy material too, but I'm pretty sure David Warner will go huge prices, and I would be astonished if it doesn't goes. So therefore, what I personally, but again, if you have David Warner, then you won't have a left. You will have a left combination with Venkatesh Iyer opening. But that will be sorted out later. Venkatesh Iyer can bat at middle order also if required. Because he has been doing it for his domestic team for a long time, and he has been performing very well. So I think apart from this, like these were the high budget picks, the first priority picks. You can have them in the first priority picks, either a Johnny Bairstow or a Josh Butler or a David Warner. But if not, then whom? I think Faf du Plessis is someone you can get him, and he can also be a very good captaincy option. He has been a captain earlier, and he can surely be captain. He was the captain of Bangla Tigers, if I'm not wrong, in the T10 cricket league also, and they went into the knockout stages. So Faf is a very good captain, and I think you will get Faf du Plessis in a much lesser budget than compared to a Johnny Bairstow or a David Warner. So definitely they can have a Faf du Plessis. If not, I think again there's another guy named as Daryl Mitchell. I think this guy is fantastic. And Brendon McCullum, he loves the Kiwi guys. He loved to back a few Kiwi guys, like the last year Team Seifert was back. But yeah, it's a different thing that he didn't quite get a lot of opportunities and couldn't perform up to the level. But Daryl Mitchell is someone who is coming up the ranks, and I think this is the time you can just look for someone like Daryl Mitchell, because he has got a future. He's got a bright future, and he can be KKR's future too. The other thing, but okay, I was talking about the wicketkeeper, so Daryl Mitchell isn't a wicketkeeper. So my low budget picks for wicketkeeper batter is someone like a Josh Phillip or Ben McDermott or a Sam Billings. Yes, absolutely. Sam Billings is he can be a floater. He's very much versatile according to the position where he can bat. Josh Phillip, he can open. He can surely open with Venkatesh Iyer. If not Josh Phillip, if you can't get Josh Phillip, you can get Ben McDermott. But I feel Josh Phillip is more good against both pace and spin. Ben McDermott, on the other hand, he's a very good player. He's a fascinating cricketer, but he hasn't got the exposure of playing in India, I believe, to the level what Josh Phillip has got. So therefore, obviously, Josh Phillip would be my first priority. So these are the backup options.
I think Kolkata Knight Riders should definitely go after Shreyas Iyer, and why not? Just not because he's a very good batter, but also because he has got those leadership skills. And you always want someone experienced to take the role, isn't it? And he's experienced and also he's young, so he has got both the things. And I think if you're looking forward to the next 6 or 8 years, and then Shreyas Iyer can be the perfect guy to lead your team. But again, there will be many franchises that will be looking for him, especially Punjab Kings and RCB, so it will be a difficult thing. Other options are David Malan, Daryl Mitchell, as I mentioned earlier about Mitchell, Roston Chase, Aiden Markram, James Vince are really good choice. Roston Chase and Aiden Markram, they can bowl the part-time off spin. James Vinn has been fantastic for England in recent times. Also his BBL records are good, and I think Suresh Rana should another southpaw, and I think they need someone experienced, isn't it? So Suresh Rana would give that experience if required. Nitish Rana, again, he's a very brilliant middle order batter, not as experienced as Suresh Rana, but any one of them really works good. And apart from them, I also think that they should back Rahul Tripathi. They should go after Rahul Tripathi once again, invest a little bit, and I think they'll surely get good results.
So coming to the all-rounders now, KKR already have Andre Russell, they have Sunil Narine, they have Venkatesh Iyer as an all-rounder. But who is the backup for Andre Russell? You need to have a good backup. And who is the next Andre Russell? Like if you look at Andre Russell, he has been with KKR for the last 7 or 8 years. But who is the next Andre Russell for KKR in the next 10 years? They need to evolve another Russell. My option is Dominic Drakes. And if, as I mentioned about the budget A, where the 30 plus 3 crore plan, just go get in Dominic Drakes or either Daniel Sands. either of these two. Dominic Drakes, he won the CPL in the final. He was simply awesome, and not just about that, which proves that he can deliver in the pressure situation. So why not go after Dominic Drakes? He has been a part of the West Indies international men's team very recently post his performance, and he's really doing good. He has a left arm option. He can bowl left arm pace, and he can bat really well. I think Dominic Drakes is the one I'm looking forward to. Else you can always look for Daniel Sams, but I think Daniel Sams will also grab huge bucks. So that is what. But Dominic Drakes, I'm not sure if someone is like, yes, there will be teams that will be looking to get Dominic Drakes, but KKR, I think he is gettable. If we're looking forward to nurture someone for the next few years, Dominic Drakes is a perfect option, and he can be your option. Else you can also, there are options like Odean Smith or Romario Shepherd. I'm not actually looking forward to have Odean Smith because he has 2 crore, man. His base price is 2 crore, and I'm not really looking forward to have Odean Smith with the exposure, or he hasn't played cricket all over the ground, all over the world. Since the purse remain is very low of KKR, I would love them to have somebody else, or maybe a David Villa. David Villa was exceptional, in the T20 World Cup for Namibia. I think he was the one who took Namibia all the way down the line. So get a player like that, get some match winners like that. He can bowl, he can bat, he is the one. He can field absolutely stunningly. So David Villa or a Dominic Drakes or a Daniel Sams is my option. To the spin options, I think Amish, Ashton Agar, or Mitchell Santner, or Akil Hussain. These 3, you gotta have one. Ashton Agar, I've seen a very new delivery of Ashton Agar very recently for the Perth Scorchers, and that was really sensational stuff. It means that he's working on his skills. He's always looking forward to learn. So Ashton Agar will be my option. Mitchell Santner in the Super Smash final, he was simply awesome with the bat in hand. Again, so Mitchell Santner, he's looking good form. Why not have Mitchell Santner? Akil Hussain, he smacked a few sixes back to back against England. 31 runs needed of the last over, and he took it he tore apart Saqib Mahmood. So again, and he's very tight with his line and length. These 3 spinners I mentioned, we all know how crucial a left arm orthodox spin plays in T20 cricket these days.
Coming to the bowlers now, and I personally feel that KKR should look for someone like a Mohammad Shami or Avesh Khan or T. Natarajan as someone who can lead a pack of fast bowlers. Mohammad Shami, he certainly has got a lot of experience. Avesh Khan is quick as well as he can bowl the slower ones. He's good in the death recently. T. Natarajan, he can bowl Yorkers at his will, what Biju sir told me. And Natarajan is simply for someone for the death options, and all of these 3 can take breakthroughs, whenever required. The next option for me will be surely Ishan Porel. Why Ishan Porel? The Chandan Nagar Express is known as. I think he's a fascinating bowler, and if you're looking forward to someone who can be the next Bumrah or perhaps the next Mohammad Siraj, this is the guy. This can be one of those guys. He can stick to KKR. There is a mega auction, and therefore I think this is an opportunity to have these kind of players and have them for the rest for a long period of time, for a couple of 7 or 10 years. And the next thing that I would love to have is someone like a Prasidh Krishna or Kartik Tyagi or Chetan Sakaria. Chetan Sakaria, he's a left arm pacer. I think he gives a lot of variety to the side, isn't it? Prasidh Krishna, he's a tall, lanky fellow. He's got that bounce. Kartik Tyagi, he can get that extra bounce again because he's got a very good jump while releasing the ball. The next thing, I would love to have someone like Pat Cummins. Pat Cummins will be my overseas leader of the pack. Like Pat Cummins and Mohammad Shami or perhaps Avesh Khan will be the leader. So Pat Cummins, he can come in handy with the bat. Also, he can be a captaincy option for you. He can bowl in the deaths. He can bowl with a new ball. Fantastic, get you breakthroughs. And the backup option for Pat Cummins is Tymal Mills or a Josh Hazelwood. Tymal Mills is someone, a left-arm option, and again, he's very, very good in the death. He had his issues with injuries, but now he's a different Tymal Mills. If you look at his recent records, he's been fantastic in the franchisee leagues. Josh Hazelwood, he has been a very, very improved white ball cricketer, and I really back him to do well, to do very, very well. Speaking about Indian spinners, I think our Sai Kishore is someone really fantastic and he's someone to watch out for. A lot of franchises will go after him, should go after him, but I think KKR needs to win this war. And if you're looking forward to the future, I think our Sai Kishore can really do well. If you don't get an overseas option with left arm off spin, then I think you can go for this Indian option of our Sai Kishore. Other than him, I would love to have a few wrist spinners in my team alongside Varun Chakraborty and Sunil Narayan, and that will be either get any one of them, either Amit Mishra or a Shreyas Gopal or a Rahul Tewatia. Tewatia can bat lower down the order. Adil Rashid or Ish Sodhi are my overseas option. If you have a slot left for an overseas spinner, a wrist spinner, get Adil Rashid or Ish Sodhi. Ish Sodhi has been one of the most underdog spinners of recent times. His records, his stats speaks different, and he has been simply brilliant in checking the runs, getting those wickets, getting those breakthroughs for New Zealand.
So now let's talk about the budget C type players, guys, and that is between 2.5 to 3 crores. I think that if you want to have local guys make the bench strength more better, and that is you're gonna have someone like an Akashdeep or Mukesh Kumar. Both are bowlers of Bengal and both have been really good, very sensational. And you can also have someone like a Vishnu Solanki, who is really a very very good middle order batter for Baroda. He has done really good. If you remember that last ball 6 in the semi-final, that was simply awesome. Our Sonu Yadav is another such exciting pick, and I think he's a very good all-rounder. He can play those late cameos for you. Rajvardhan Hungrekar, an under-19 guy, he's a very good all-rounder and someone for the future again. And I think a lot of franchises might go and look for Rajvardhan Hungrekar, but again, if KKR can manage to have him, it will be good. But no matter, there are, I think, the players I said, I think there are a lot of all-rounders present. The other option is Ravi Kumar, again a very good new ball bowler who can bring the ball, nick back into the right-hander, a very left-arm good bowler. Ravi Kumar is very good with the new ball and has really done well also in the under-19 games. Adit Shet is another pick, and again, this is a very good bowler from Baroda, and he has been really very very good in the previous season of Saeed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Not this one, but the previous one especially. Vishnu Vinod, he played for Delhi Capitals. He was a part of Delhi Capitals last year. A wicket-keeper batsman, you can tell a mini Shah Rukh Khan perhaps. He has blown hot and cold very recently, but again, he's a very talented kid. Shahbaz Ahmed. Shahbaz Ahmed, again, he was a part of RCB last year, and I think he's someone. He's very much similar to what our Sai Kishore does, left arm off spin. But Shahbaz, I think he's more of a good batter, better batter maybe than our Sai Kishore. Not undermining the batter's skills of our Sai Kishore. And the last one is Ritik Chatterjee. He's a Bengal guy, and I think he has really done well in recent times, and he deserves a chance. And another choice that I opted out over here, that will be Ritik Roy Chaudhary. I think Ritik Roy Chaudhary is again another very good player, an all-rounder. He can bowl part-time pace and also very low down the order batter. If you're looking for the captain's pick, I think, as I mentioned, if you can, the first priority should be Shreyas Iyer. If you can get him Shreyas Iyer, then it's fine. You don't really need to go after David Warner. It's not mandatory, I mean, but if you can't get a Shreyas Iyer, it's obvious that you go after someone like David Warner. Else, I won't mind if they can bag Pat Cummins and make him the captain, because Pat Cummins knows the team well, they know the franchise well. He has been a captain for, I know he has been a captain in a very different format, in the red ball format for Australia very recently, won the Ashes for them, but I think which proves that he has got a leadership skill inside him. But I know that white ball cricket, captaining in a white ball cricket is a very different, but I think Pat Cummins is someone who is always looking forward to challenges, and that is what makes me feel that Pat Cummins can be your captain. He can be your skipper. He can be a very good skipper for KKR. If provided, because players like Shreyas Iyer, David Warner, these are gonna get huge. Like it's gonna be a war to get these guys, among the franchises. So also, I'm not telling it won't be with Pat Cummins, but for Pat Cummins, you have got options. Like there are a few good bowlers like Trent Bolt, Kagiso Rabada in the auction alongside Patty Cummins. Various other options too. Lockie Ferguson. Else, I believe Shikhar Dhawan can also be a captain for your side, and you can get him, Shikhar Dhawan. But again, like Shikhar Dhawan, yes, you can get him and make him the captain. But if you look at Mumbai Indians or the Chennai Super Kings, like they had a captain, Rohit Sharma. He just had a legacy. MS Dhoni just had a legacy. Captaining for the side. And now you look at Mumbai Indians or CSK, they are known as one of the most world successful franchise. So thank you very much KKR for giving me this opportunity, and I couldn't make this presentation according to the best of my potential, but I hope you like it, and what the strategies I'm putting in, I think that will attract you, Brendon McCullum sir. I have great respect for you, and each and everyone out there. Every cricketer demands respect, and so that is what I would love to say. And yes, love you KKR, love you Kolkata Knight Riders, love you IPL, love every franchise, to be very honest, but yeah, obviously cricket over everyone. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I hope I will not disappoint.